104.1 KRBE, a Cumulus media station.
Good morning, everyone.
We ready?
Live from the TXU Energy Studio.
The Roula and Ryan Show with producer Eric, Special K, and Sam.
All right, my friends, this is the time, the sounder for Cirque du Soleil Echo. I just mentioned that we're going to give you a sounder at 8 o'clock in the morning every single day. And then between 9 and 7, when you hear the sounder, you got to be the right caller. And it scores you tickets to Cirque du Soleil Echo in Houston and makes you a finalist for Cirque du Soleil Echo in San Francisco with airfare and hotel paid for.
Nice. That is a great experience. And Cirque du Soleil is so much fun. It is like the ultimate date night.
So here is what you're listening for throughout the day. Here's the sounder.
833-390-KRBE.
Is that Critter Calls with
Oh,
Special K?
she had an echo to her voice.
Was she in the bathroom?
Yeah. I think that. No, I don't know.
nature.
Okay.
She's supposed to have
She's
an
out
echo.
nature?
Echo.
It was nature.
Can we have that one more
But
time?
it doesn't
or is that
echo
all?
out.
Nope, just
outside.
one time.
That's
Well,
all.
only once, sorry.
We can only play that once.
It's very unique. I think if you hear it, you should know to call.
Duh. And she gives you the
She
number.
Yeah.
tells you to call.
She tells you the number.
So,
So when you hear that,
I'm not playing
call
it
that
again.
number.
Maybe
That's it.
tomorrow I'll be nicer, but
Somewhere between 9
Hello.
and 7, when you hear that, get whispered, echoey. You score echo. That's what you're going to do.
there you go.
Okay, so you're going to spend how many minutes today wishing you were somewhere else? Maybe already during that you were wishing you were someone else, somewhere else, because you're like,
Oh, I hear.
I don't know what
I
you
wanna go
guys
to
are
the jungle.
talking about. Look at this shiny thing over here. I like these birds. Can I go to Echo now? Wait, what are we doing? We're listening to the Roula and Ryan show? Yes, we are.
Talk about San Francisco. It's like, I just want to get out of here.
Exactly. Think of traveling. The average person will spend 40 minutes a day
Oh, yeah.
wishing we were somewhere else or thinking about our next vacation
Daydreaming?
or wishing we could take our next vacation. The average is 4 hours and 42 minutes a week. As the weather gets colder, we think about it even more. So that's not today because it's hot and sweaty outside. But the top 10 places that people wish they were right now, what do you think number one is?
The beach.
Well,
Jinx, Ryan.
For us, it's not cold here, so like a cabin. Like winter cabin.
Kevin, what do you
go
think?
Ski.
No.
Number one place people wish they were right
no.
now.
I'm saying Caribbean.
It's also a beach.
I guess.
The beach is
so
number
Sam,
one.
Kevin, and me. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you think vacation, most people, the first visual is a beach.
Oh, yeah.
They don't think vacation, snowy mountains.
No.
Vacation, river
you're
rafting.
active.
It's that crystal
Those active
blue
people.
water and the white sand and just the relaxation.
Here's something surprising. The number 2 most desired place that people wish they were right now is on a road trip.
Ugh.
Oh no,
Oh,
man!
no.
I hate road
I
trips.
When I was in
I'm
college,
thinking,
maybe.
how much, yes, we're excited about Buc-ee's bathrooms, but my goodness. Am I going to pick that over all the other places I could be right now?
Maybe we
Hell
live in
no.
Texas and we drive 8 hours and you're still in
To
Texas.
get
Like,
anywhere.
at least if
That's
you're
true.
East Coast or somewhere else, you feel like you've been somewhere.
Right. On a road trip is number 2. In the mountains is number 3.
Okay.
That's where you wish we were.
There's the mountains stuff.
Number 4 on an island, which is also the beach.
Right.
Yeah.
Would it not be?
Yeah.
I'd say so.
And number 5 is camping.
Ugh.
Which I
none
just
of us are
did.
campers.
No, I just did it this
Camping.
weekend.
Really camp or is you?
That
you're,
wasn't really a
You're
camp.
glamping
You're
in a yurt.
yurting.
Okay.
You're yurting.
You're a yurter.
That's
Real quick.
glamping.
What, tell us about your yurting.
The
experience.
Texas Renaissance Festival hooked up a yurt for me and my buddies this weekend, and so we stayed overnight the whole weekend.
Were there
in
cots in there, or would you
Yes,
sleep on?
they had 2 queen beds set up with really comfortable mattresses and bedding, and then it started raining in the middle of the night. Was it last night? The night before, and we were like, "Oh no, it's going to come through." Nope, didn't come through.
Did it squirt?
Because the yurt is made out of
Are
clay.
you able to shower?
A
at
yurt
all?
is made out of clay.
There are showers on the
It's a
premises
canvas.
of the campgrounds, but you could fit so many people
That's
in
not
this
camping.
yurt. And trust, I tried.
That's not camping. You had
It
a
was
mattress.
though. There wasn't a bathroom in there. It was just close by, and there was no running
neat.
water. There was a porta pot within 20 feet that we could use. It was such a neat
But
experience.
you did the duck. Like Irvin's like 6'7".
No, you don't have to duck once you get in there, but the
He's there.
door is a little bit low. Even I had to duck through the door because it's kind of it's an older invention.
What is a
yurt.
yurt really for really made out of? I'm joking it's
yurt
about clay, but
is
what's
a
it made out of?
It's canvas.
Yeah.
It must be some type of water
tent.
wicking
Like a tent
canvas.
material.
Okay.
Thicker.
Okay.
but-
Is it
Breathable?
shaped like a teepee or what?
It is kind of shaped
Like a
like,
Hershey
teepee,
Kiss.
but it's exactly a Hershey
It's
Kiss.
a Hershey Kiss.
Thank
That's
you,
what a yurt
Roula.
looks
Does
like,
anyone
yeah.
not follow Special K? I was watching your
Yeah,
stories.
The
It's-
yurts.
At Radio Special K. So
Some of that
thank
was
you.
real dark, though. I couldn't
Text
see your
Friendfest. It was.
He's like,
I
I'm in a
know.
yurt. I'm like, I can't see anything.
Because it's
in there.
camping. It's the lights that you bring.
But if you're just tuning in, we're talking about how 40 minutes a day we wish we were somewhere else, and number 5 on the list was camping. And I was
Yes,
like,
it's so fun.
No thanks.
No.
It's such a beautiful night.
Also on the list, somewhere that involves really good food. So it does prove that food makes the world go round.
Well, yeah.
Because think about every holiday is about food. You know, Thanksgiving, you think what you're going to eat. Christmas, you're going to get cocktails and foods at parties.
This weekend, I'm just thinking about going to Epcot. They have that wine festival going on.
Oh my God, the
think it
Food
ends-
and Wine Festival
I think
is
it
so
ends
much
Saturday.
fun. Oh, I wish I could
Sunday.
go to that again. Y'all, it's so great. I don't care if you've never been a Disney person. The first time I went to Disney with my husband was at Epcot for the Food and Wine Festival, and it is an experience.
Fun.
Because it's every single country that Epcot offers, and then they put extra little like kiosks of other countries they don't usually offer. And then those kiosks have drinks and food from their countries, and you just kind of hit the whole world. And people, just like at Nutcracker Market, we talked about everyone who makes their theme shirts.
Yep.
You know, like the Merry and Bright Gang, or like the Nutcrackulins, or whatever they called themselves.
Nutcrackulins.
Everybody's having like all their.
Nutcrackulins.
Everybody had some funny name they made up. They do this at the Food and Wine Festival, and they do like Snow White and the Seven Drunks, and they're like, I'm Lushy, I'm Drunky, I'm Blitzy. Like, it's hilarious, and it's so fun, and I thought it was such a good time. So
I just found out my sister's going to be there with her family.
Really?
Because it's her daughter's 21st birthday. So they're going to do that.
gosh, how
Drink around the world. So,
Same time
around
y'all
the
gonna be
world.
there.
That's
so I'm
awesome.
like, I'll meet up with you guys on
Oh,
Saturday.
that's going to be so
Good.
fun. So, you know.
That'd be really
There's
nice.
a wine fest in Houston coming too. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it, but it is in December, and they have it's local Texas wineries, and there's I think over 40 wineries.
I like when it's colder out to do these things.
Yeah.
There's got to be a brisk chill in the air. Now, I had a story. I didn't know how you guys felt about this. Like, when your mate is flirted with, how does that make you feel? Like, do you...
Well, we know Sam is going to commit murder one day.
I was gonna say,
The words come out of her eyeballs and looks at that woman like, don't
Sam
you
does
look at my
that-
man.
I dare a girl to come up and flirt with Mark in front of me.
You don't think he's
Go
being
ahead.
What if it was
he's
me?
being flirted with? I
What
bet
if
at the
I flirted
hospitals.
with him?
There's no way.
At the hospitals, I bet he's.
Oh, at the
yeah.
hospitals?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Mark,
yeah.
go do your thing, babe,
He won't
because you're
tell you.
paying these bills with them tight scrubs on your butt.
So you were okay to
You're
put your
okay with
man
that?
up on that.
I'm fine with that. You can look all
That's
you
worse.
want. But
At least if you.
to come up and straight up flirt with him, no, you can check
That's
him
what they're
out.
doing.
Well, there's
Go
a new
look at him.
study out.
Go look at him.
They're like, oh, Mark, tell me how this tool works again for the kneecaps. Oh, Mark. Oh, my gosh. I don't know. Tell me how we're going to hammer that into the hip socket. Oh, my God. Can you do that one more time with that motion? Oh, my God. You're so strong, Mark.
I mean, imagine, you're not standing there, but you and me and Misty and Santiago are sitting, say, 10 feet away, 20 feet away at a
Okay,
table.
yeah.
This woman cannot see us. She's standing next to him at the bar. He's ordering her a drink for whatever. And then she starts talking to him like, hey.
With smiles.
Hey, man, what's up?
Smiles. With smiles.
What you doing?
Hey, what's in
Who
that?
you
What's
with?
you,
I
you
don't
like
think
that?
I'm gonna have-
And then
she's
to
over
leave.
there.
Who
Give
you
me
with?
the
Mark
answer
would be
here.
like, my wife.
Yeah,
and
well,
my
she's over
kid
there right
and
now.
my
Here,
dog.
Sam, I'm going to be the
A lot of
girl. And she
baggage.
leans. Look, she leans.
Uh-huh.
Oh, what's in that craft beer? Is that good? I don't know. I've never had that kind of brew
Oh,
before.
Roula's done this before.
What kind of beer is that? And then Mark will say, it's my wife's favorite. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Is she here? Not right now. So tell me, how much is that?
right now.
Can we share one? Because I just want to taste
And she's
it.
probably touching his arm. Like,
Yes,
like
the touching of the arm.
Does the arm
Touch-
touch really mean y'all, ladies in the room?
Touch the hair.
Does the arm
touch his beard.
mean that you're interested?
I didn't know
That's a
that
guy's
until
thing.
somebody told me
Yeah.
that. I had no idea that's what it was. When I was single, I'm just naturally a
touchy person, yes.
Okay.
And I had no idea that all these men are walking around with antennas because
So-
I'm like,
yeah, they're like, ooh, that girl wants me.
Yeah. And then you're like, oh, no, I didn't realize that.
no, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But yes, that they say that is a way. Because there was some movie I watched recently on Netflix, and the girl says, "How many times do I have to touch your arm before you realize I'm into you?" I remember that was like a line in the movie, and I don't know what movie that was, but I remember I was thinking, "Oh, that's funny."
I just find it interesting. She doesn't mind if he gets flirted with out of sight, out of mind. But you're insulted
But
if you
in
do it in
front of
front
you,
of
you
you.
dare a woman.
Like you got mad Friday.
I
Remember?
really want to know what happens to you, Sam,
What I
because
get
you
mad
said you
about?
are not confrontational.
Yeah.
No, but if I'm drinking, all bets are off.
So you're not
really?
drinking, and you see a woman flirting with your man,
I
and
just
you
don't-
are not drinking.
I think I would laugh because I'd be like, that's your flirt game with him. Like, I just wouldn't
You know
believe
what
it.
makes the man
You
tick.
know bad words are gonna come flying out of
what
that
he's
mouth.
going to be
yeah,
into.
I just,
Sam's going to be in a KRBE like video, but they'll have to put a black thing over her mouth
Because it curses so
not
much.
even show. What is that little black bar over the mouth so you can't even say the
Censored.
bad
It's
word?
They
censored.
digitize
But
it.
Yeah.
what if he didn't say he was married there? Like, it's not really fair to be mad at this lady. She's just shooting her shot.
Well, he's got a
She
wedding
wants
ring.
a free beer, man. She doesn't
He's
care about the wedding
he's
ring.
got a
She wants to know
wedding
about that
band on
rice
his
brew.
Finger.
Does he wear it?
Right,
By the time he works out, he's not
Mark
wearing a
would
wedding band.
never entertain that. So that's why I would find it funny to try and see how this interaction goes. Like, I would be like, okay, Mark, go get us a beer, right?
I can't see him flirting anyway.
Exactly. That's
So-
my point. So if this girl's trying to shoot her shot, Mark's going to shut it down immediately, and it's going to be comical.
It's like Kevin flirting at Nutcracker, that guy.
Like, I'm not...
We went there.
Oh, Mr. Muscles.
The muscles.
We got video proof of it.
He's got arms ready to carry all the shopping bags,
And then he's
guys.
like, but I'm like,
Guns
Kevin,
for days.
Yeah, Roula and Ryan were like, go talk to him. Where'd he go?
Kevin's already there.
It was already, I already had my hand on his shoulder.
Hey, fun fact about the men at the Nutcracker Market. Here's what I learned. So, as we had our guest on from Round Top Collection, we had Jeff Krause on from Round Top Collection. He said that the first year he was at the market, there was a whole corner. It was a men lounge, and they had like recliners and stuff, and football playing,
cigars.
And he walked in there, and there was one dad and a kid, and nobody used the lounge. And then I was talking to the godmother of the Nutcracker Market later in the day, and I was talking about this. Y'all had a men's lounge? I had no idea. And she goes, "Oh yeah, we tried that for a couple of years, and you know what? Honestly, these men say they don't want to come to this thing. They're all over this place. We shut down that lounge, and we turned it into a retail."
Hey, guys, we'll walk around.
Oh,
Yeah, have
real
yourself
quick,
a
the story that I was leading into about flirting, basically the study says...
Are you still in the story? I thought we were done with that.
We didn't even know you were trying to do a story. Keep going.
Well, that's the whole reason I brought the flirting
That's what the show
thing.
is.
Just the study finds that when somebody flirts with our mate, it actually makes them less desirable to us. So,
Like the mate is less
Wait, which one?
desirable?
Like, in other words,
You get mad.
Eric, if somebody came up and flirted with your wife,
Yeah.
you would find your wife less desirable.
That's BS. You think it's hotter.
That's what it says in the
Not
study.
true. You think they're hotter because you're like, wow, people want them.
Yeah.
And they're
I
with
always
me.
feel like I'm the lucky guy that, hey, you can flirt all you
Well,
want.
we
I'm
know.
the lucky one that
we
goes
follow you
home.
on social media. That's all you ever say. I'm the luckiest man. I'm like,
I am
I'm like,
lucky.
Ryan, be positive about yourself.
I am positive. I just feel blessed.
You're always negative about yourself. Oh, I'm a loser. I got this beautiful woman. What is she doing with me?
Where do you see...
You're not a loser.
Where do you see that I'm a loser? Where have I ever written that?
Look, okay, let's go.
That I am a
We
loser.
don't have time for this.
Let me look
Y'all
it
talk
up.
about this
I
off
know
air.
nothing about
anything.
On
show-
Facebook,
you
everywhere
show
you put
him.
it.
I always just
Yeah,
feel
you always say,
blessed,
how to
that's
get-
all.
But you always put yourself down. I don't understand why you do that.
I've had low self-esteem most of my
You need
life.
to change that. 2025 is coming. Be positive about yourself, man. She's lucky to have you. That's how you should think.
I think we're lucky to have each other.
Well, there you go. Do that. Say that on your posts.
Okay.
Because I don't understand why you're being hard on yourself.
I didn't know I was doing that.
You are.
Okay.
Let Kevin be hard on you. He's the one that's always saying
God.
he
my
is
gosh.
already.
I thought the medication would change that. We are going to reevaluate you, by the
Yeah,
way.
we got that
yeah,
reevaluation. We got to do that tomorrow.
And why are you crushing that stuff up and putting it in the coffee pot when we're drinking it in the morning? What
I
is
don't know.
that?
I'm trying to bring us
We're not
down.
supposed to be taking your drugs. Coming up next, Adam Ramji's going to be in studio. Ask the Attorney. It is a free segment for you to ask questions about something that happened to you and you wonder, should I pursue a lawsuit on this? 833-390-KRBE is our phone number. Adam Ramji can answer your questions next on the Roula and Ryan Show. Roula and Ryan Show on 104.1 KRBE, and it is that time that we welcome Adam Ramji into our studio for the
Hey,
Ask the
Adam.
Attorney segment for free answers to questions you have at
Good morning.
Good morning, Adam.
833-390-KRBE. How's it going?
I'm doing good. It's always great to be here in the morning with you guys. So much energy in this room. I can't believe how
Because
you
we've been
guys
up
do
since
it.
like 4 o'clock. honey.
Yeah.
It's time for lunch.
You
Yeah, we're
guys
ready
do
for
it
lunch.
every single day. It's just unbelievable.
Our number again is 833-390-KRBE. I'm going to start this off with, as we approach holiday season, Adam Ramji. I don't know all the details of this story, but it made me think about potlucks. There was a story over the weekend where like several people got sick at a potluck because of somebody's
They made a stew that didn't sit well with them.
Oh boy.
So if you are hosting a party and somebody gets food poisoned and they have to go to the hospital for that reason, I mean, that's not cheap. Can the person that got sick at your house sue you for poisoning them? Like, thanks for grabbing me over for stew. It sucked and I was in the
Man.
hospital for 3 days.
I guess
Yeah.
if you knew it, maybe. If you knew the meat was bad.
You'd have to
Yeah.
put your
If
finger
like-
on that.
What if like
you
4
know,
people got
you-
sick? If you
Yeah.
had 15 people at your house for
Right.
dinner and 6 of them ended
Is
up in
that
the
just a
hospital.
frivolous lawsuit,
you know,
Adam?
it's really those are those. I hate saying those are things that depends, right? If it's really bad and someone gets really like atrociously sick, then there's a potential claim, and there really is, especially if the homeowner knew that the meat was staying out or had some E. coli or something in it, and now people got sick. So there is potential claims in that. I've told you guys that, if your dog leaves out and bites someone, you got a claim. We had a claim where a 12-year-old mother of a 12-year-old gave a machete to another 12-year-old.
Oh my
And
God.
the kid chopped his buddy's Achilles tendon off.
Oh my God.
Telling me this.
I wouldn't believe these things if it wasn't my
Oh
own
my
cases.
God.
Why do you give him Why do you give him the machete?
No, because the mom was like, "Hey, here's the machetes to 12-year-olds," and they went and go cut the. They were cutting the community, like the grass next door.
Oh my! I can't, Adam. I can't.
What was the
visualize
end
this.
result?
No. The takeaways from that is one: the injury doesn't have to occur in the house
Yeah.
or on the property because this one didn't. And then the second thing is the machete lives in the house, so
Yeah.
it's something from the house that injured someone else. So was there a claim? Yeah. So the homeowner's claim, the kid's totally fine. There was a claim. We got the policy limits on it, of course. But in these cases like this, if you have something like it's just like if you have people over for potluck and they drink too much. Now they get in the car and they cause an accident and they kill someone. That falls under dram shop. Now you overserve this person. So it's just like the same thing. Like you hurt someone. You've hurt
falls
this
under
person.
what? What'd you call it?
Your homeowner's claim.
Your homeowners?
Yeah, so no, I'm saying the law for the drunk drivers that are overserved is called the Dram Shop Act case.
Dram shop.
Yeah,
Okay, but
Dram Shop
Adam,
Act.
I mean, where does the line get drawn as far as your responsibility with somebody in the house? For instance,
Right.
if I had to hire a handyman because I can't hang this big mirror, it's just too heavy for me
Sure,
to hang.
sure.
He falls off a ladder and injures himself. Am I responsible? Can I
so-
be sued?
Right. Here's the question: did you know the ladder was messed up?
No.
Okay, if you didn't, there's no responsibility.
No, I
But if
mean,
you're like,
it
man,
didn't happen, but
Yeah,
I'm just
No,
saying.
no,
if they brought their own
that's what-
ladder
no,
home.
I'm saying those are the questions. Like you say, hey, listen, go take care of this, and you can walk on the roof, but you don't tell them that the roof is really, maybe
rickety and stuff.
But if he
right.
just showed up to my house, he had his own ladder, he's up there on the ladder, and
No,
he
that's
slips
Even
and
if he's using
falls.
your ladder, you thought
that's
your
all
ladder
on him.
was
No,
sound.
it doesn't matter. That's all on him. Then hopefully he's got his own, his own insurance to cover himself for that.
Okay.
So there's got to be something that the homeowner does, right? That negligent, right? There's got to be something that you knew or should have known was a liability, and it could have hurt someone. Hey, come to my house for a cup of tea, and the dog bites you. You're like, oh, my dog's bit 5 more people. Like, why didn't you just do something? Why didn't you lock the damn thing up, right?
That's true.
Oops, can I say that?
No, that's fine. By the way, what are the laws on that? Because last year I was going out jogging, and a woman had her dog on a leash, and even though it was on the leash, it was long enough where the dog came over and bit me, drew blood.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know your stories, Eric. I mean, Ryan.
Yeah.
Those can be bad. You should see like the flesh that comes off some of these kids from these dog bites.
Oh, dear God, I don't want to. I don't even want to think about that.
No. And then it's crazy because these
Stuff that he
dogs have
sees.
bit prior people as well. So it is, if the dog resides, it belongs to the house. Just like I don't know if I told you about the gun case I had where somebody shot themselves by mistake in a car and so we went over the homeowners that one as well. Yeah, they're leaving a club.
Because the gun resided in the house.
Yeah, it's registered to the homeowner.
wow.
So the girl gets in the car after leaving the club with her boyfriend. She sits in the passenger seat. He goes in to use the bathroom. She's adjusting her seat with the lever, the
leverage him over the chair.
Instead, grabs his gun, pulls the trigger. Bullet goes through the chair, through her femur, and lands up in her uterus.
Oh, my God.
No, I'm telling.
crazy.
So where did we get? But when we got the case, I was like, "Where's the car accident here?" Right? And so it was a progressive policy. They paid out, and then we went after the homeowners as well, and they paid out because the gun belongs to the register to the house, right?
Gracious.
So these are crazy
Man.
things, especially
All right.
so
See,
the holiday
wow.
season's here,
Do you wrap
right?
your kids up in bubble wrap every day? Stuff you see?
Yeah.
Yeah, like here's your helmet. You're not going.
Okay, no
You're being
kidding.
homeschooled.
You wear a helmet. 833-390-KRBE is where Krista is standing by with a question for you. Adam Ramji here on Ask the Attorney. Hi, Krista. Good morning.
Good morning, Krista.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, you have the floor. Go ahead. Tell us the deal.
Okay, so this is for my brother-in-law. This happened back in July. He was injured while on the job, but he is a contractor. He works for my family's business. And when he was injured, he ended up being hospitalized for a month. He had brain surgery, broken vertebrae, broken foot. He's had to go through a lot of physical therapy. And so
All right.
he doesn't want to file anything against my cousin's company because it's family, but he does want to go for disability. So
I get it. Yeah.
the other thing is that my family member said that he would continue to pay him for a year.
Sure.
So nothing was filed. It was just kind of a handshake. I'll continue to
I
pay
understand.
you.
Yeah. So, Krista, there are a lot of elements in this, and I'll try to wrap up a few things here so it kind of makes sense. So, in Texas, if the company has what's called workers' compensation insurance, then if an employee at work gets hurt, irrespective of how it happened, then the work comp will pay for the medical care for that person. Now, sometimes when I hear about these kind of injuries, there could be a third party that caused the injury. For example, if your brother, for example, is putting up wood in a house, and now there's another company, now a separate company delivering bricks, and that company backs up and crushes your brother. Now there's a third-party case in that. So it's called, we call it a work comp third party or third-party work comp. Mm-hmm. In that case, we'd go after the third party. And I don't know the details of this, but irrespective, if there was no one else involved, then it would be go on to the family's company. If they have work comp insurance, tell your brother-in-law they've got insurance for this and this is what they pay for. You've got to go capitalize.
Yeah, it's not personal.
It's not personal.
That's
what people don't understand.
Family,
Right.
it's their insurance.
Right.
So why is there hesitation there, Krista, that he didn't want to go after the workers' comp?
Do they not have it?
I think it was because he was a contractor,
Okay.
and so I think there was
Versus
some
a
kind
direct
of
employee.
misunderstanding there, possibly, and so the family member has kind of pushed him away from doing that, and.
Yeah.
Well, because contractors
I
are
guess
probably
he
not
just
covered
didn't
by
really
their workers' comp because it's not their employee.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
Contractors are not the employee of that company.
Right, exactly. It's like your
Exactly.
example, you had somebody come over to your house and pick something. So that's a contractor, it's a 1099, right? So that person is not going to be covered under their work comp. So then you have your liability insurance, which would cover a contractor if there's some type of negligence. So not knowing all the details of it, your brother-in-law really should capitalize on that. And as far as disability, I don't do disability law on that, but there's great lawyers that do, and I can also refer someone to your brother-in-law. But if he's interested in pursuing a claim against a liability, I'm definitely your man for that.
Since you brought up contractors, Adam, we're talking to Adam Ramji.
Mm-hmm.
If people want to reach out to you, it's 713-ALL-8.
Super easy.
So,
That's
Adam,
direct to Adam Ramsey's
you
office.
mentioned contractors. So say somebody is working on a house and they bring the contractors over and they do just get injured.
Right.
I mean, they have their own set of insurance to cover that. They can't sue you.
Yeah, if you're going to have a job done at the house, you always want to make sure that you have something in writing and make sure that they say or you see that they've got liability insurance for their own negligence if they do something wrong or if they get hurt.
There are a lot of people, though,
covered,
Adam, that will hire somebody that they don't even ask that question.
all day long. It happens
because
all the
they'll
time.
be like, okay,
Yeah.
well,
What?
Right. No, definitely. So then
I wonder.
Kevin.
Remember we had that friend that fell through the attic and,
Oh, yeah.
and he fell through and he hit his head on the counter.
on the granite
Right.
countertop.
And that was a
And he died?
contractor?
and he died. He was the
Oh, my
contractor for my friend.
Oh, my God.
And the worst part is he died, but for them, they've spent $40,000. They paid up front, and they never
for
got
him
that,
to finish the work.
They never got that money back because the
The guy
wife
died.
The worst not done, yeah.
Oh man, that's
Wow,
rough.
yeah.
But I feel like more people are hiring those without asking questions about insurance than hiring those with questions. That makes sense?
Yeah, that's why it's important to use some type of a list or something or that has some type of backing and some proof that these people have insurance. It protects you, it protects them. It's just doing the right thing.
I know we got more calls when we come back, too. I also want to talk about dash cams because that's been in the news a lot. I keep saying I want to get a dash cam.
Yeah.
Because you see all these accidents that people are like Ryan, that happened to Ryan like 2 years ago. Remember that guy
scammer
kept
backup.
stopping, trying to brake?
Yeah. A guy,
Those
he
things-
tried to force an accident. He'd speed up, get in front of me, and he'd slam on the brakes. And you could see, this
goodness.
guy's car was pretty
you had a
banged
dash
up.
cam, you would be
He
good.
was trying to initiate an accident.
Professional rear ender.
Yeah.
Right. That's like a scam that
That's
runs.
crazy. Yeah. And we're actually doing so many things for that because those things have saved our clients so many times. So we're doing giveaways on that stuff all the
sweet.
time.
All right,
Yeah.
so we're going
We'll talk
to
about
answer more of your questions with Adam Ramji here on the Roula and Ryan Show with Ask the Attorney next on 104.1 KRBE.
Thank you.
104.1 KRBE. Back to the Roula and Ryan Show.
And we are back to the phones at 833-390-KRBE with Adam Ramji, our in-studio guest for Ask the Attorney. Adam Ramji can be found direct contact at 713-ALL-8s. But here on our show, we have Doug standing by at 833-390-KRBE. It has to do with the fluky thing that happened with his dog in his car. Let's hear Doug's story. Hi, Doug.
Good morning, Doug.
Hey, y'all. Thank you, Adam. Appreciate it.
course.
Yeah, so this actually has been going on for a couple of years now. I'll make it real quick. I had a football-shaped terrier named Pearl the Pudge. Sweet girl was going blind, unfortunately, and so it was in kind of a critical time. And I was on my way to take her to the vet. It was like 102 degrees out, and I had one stop I needed to make at a print shop at the frontage road at Antoine and I-10. And so I never, and I mean this, I never keep my car running with I just never keep my car running.
Yeah.
And so, but I needed to get the AC or whatever. I'm like, literally the thing's paid for. I'm going to go in, get this copy, come back out. I do that. I'm out within 30 seconds, and my car is gone.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, okay, what?
So wait, Pearl the Pudge was in your car, and you make a stop, and of course you don't turn it off because Pearl the Pudge, it's 102 degrees outside. You're not going to leave your car, your dog in the car.
Yeah.
Car stolen with
and
the
somebody
dog.
stole your car.
Exactly.
What?
So I thought. So
Oh,
I'm
so
like,
you thought.
how
Wow,
did
so
that
there's more to the
possibly
story.
happen, right?
Yeah.
So then I look, and I realize that what's happened with her separation anxiety, apparently,
She hit the gear.
is that, and her she had just recently become blind from diabetes, so she was disoriented. And so, anyway, I come and I realize that she has somehow put my car into drive or neutral, neutral, I believe, and then it had rolled over the curb of the parking lot into the frontage road, which is a stoplight right there at Antoine.
Oh, my God.
And it had rear-ended a young man's brand new black Celica. And unfortunately, or fortunately for the whole situation, literally had just cracked his rear tail light. So I jump into traffic, and she's freaking out, and I pull out and I pull around, get out of traffic, and he comes, he calls his family. His whole family's there like within 10 minutes. And so it's so hot out, I start calling the police. I end up calling 3 times over 3 hours. So I gave them all my insurance and all that stuff. I bought them cold drinks because it was hot. And I'm like, at the third time that I called the police, they're like, hey, if nobody's injured, honestly, it's not going to happen today. And so I told the family, hey, listen, I really have to get this dog to the vet. And I've waited for 3 hours. You have all my information. And, we'll take care of this taillight. Like, we're covered. I'm insured. This is a small little taillight crack. Anyway, about 6 months later, I get the paperwork that I'm being sued for $250,000 up to $1 million. What? For mental scarring, for physical scarring, loss of work.
Yeah.
So it's a complete fraud lawsuit. So I told the insurance company, just to wrap up here, I'm like, hey, I don't want to really put any time and effort into this. This obviously, is a scam here. None of this is true. Yeah. And they're like, no, we're good. We've got lawyers and that sort of thing. But it keeps going on for now into its second and almost third year, I believe.
Good Lord.
And my question is, I'm not a litigious person, and I've never been in a lawsuit, nor have I sued anyone, but I'm kind of, because of the fact that this young man, or the family on his behalf. After I bought him cold drinks in the Texas heat, y'all.
That makes it all good.
That was the thing. It's I'm kind of feeling like I'd like to know what the
Adam, can he countersue?
No. Look into that. Just on principle.
Yeah. No.
Just on principle. All right. That's it.
I hear you, Doug. Thanks for calling in. So
you can't countersue.
You can't countersue. And let me just explain also, when lawsuits are filed, there are certain discovery levels that we have to file them under, and so the courts have jurisdiction over certain types of cases, right? So if it's going to be under $10,000, you can go to the JP court. If it's going to be $10,001, you can't be in the JP court. So a lot of times a lawsuit has to delineate or express it's between these numbers. So sometimes people see those big numbers on there. It doesn't mean that's what's being asked for. It's just saying that, hey, we are within the jurisdictional limits of the court.
Okay.
So sometimes people say, oh my God, they see the $1 million. This guy sued me for $1 million.
He's got a Celica. It got wrecked and he wants $1 million.
Right. That's what people see when they read that, but that's not necessarily what it is. So when Doug got served by a process server is what happened. You read that, you're like, oh my God.
But Doug is guilty, right? Because his dog.
Sure. You shouldn't have let the dog in. Yeah, that's 100%. Doug is guilty.
But how fluky is that? The dog
that's crazy.
hit the gear shifter and he went into the intersection.
Hey, I've got more stories like that.
That's crazy.
But yeah, so Doug, your insurance and is with the lawyers and all that, they're going to take care of it. Hopefully, it's going to be dismissed. I mean, it's going to be settled. Yeah.
I have a quick question for somebody who was too timid to stay on the phone, but I'm going to wrap it up in two thoughts. Her child was severely injured at a neighbor's house when the gate fell on the child.
Oh, okay.
The child had to have brain surgery.
Oh, my God.
She wants to know, does she sue the homeowner or the gate company? And I think what I've learned from you is you sue both.
Yes. Well, you get more information than you sue both. Now, if the gate company says, hey, it's our fault, then we leave the homeowner alone. If the homeowner's like, well, I didn't do it.
You just find out from the homeowner, did you have a problem with your gate that you knew about?
Right, that you knew about, if not. And then also, was it installed faulty? Now, that doesn't end there. Now you got the installer of the gate. Then you have the manufacturer of the gate. Then you manufacture the machine that, has, if it's an electronic gate. So there's a litany of people that you say, listen, somebody messed up here. And the reason we do that is whose other houses are you putting a faulty gate in, right? So we don't want gates falling on kids and causing brain damage.
But you can successfully sue multiple people for the same thing.
That's correct. Yeah,
because it always like
So the next question follow up is that can we recover multiple times? The answer is no. So we want to recover just once. So we call it joint and several. Several not meaning a lot, but severable.
Oh, so you cannot you cannot get one settlement from the homeowner and another settlement from the gatekeeper.
You could. So they say you're trying to get $1 million and you get 750 from one and 250 from one, then you're good. For my point, if I'm representing a client, I'm like, I don't care who's paying. I want somebody to pay, and you guys can figure out who's going to divvy it up. So we sue under joint and severable. So joint and severable. So it will that's fine. But somebody pay us a check, and then you guys can go duke it out later.
And the third thing I want to bring up is dash cams, because I feel like our cars are so sophisticated now in 2024 and the 2025s that come out. There are cameras all over. You hit reverse on your phone, on your screen. Here comes your car, and it's showing you how to back up into the car parking spot. So, do some cars automatically come with dash cams we don't realize?
Some of them,
we all have to buy aftermarket?
No, some of them do. I know that some of the I know Tesla has some that are in there. We have another car. It's a luxury car, but it has the dash cam and the ability. Unless it only record if you put a chip in there. So I'm like, why did you put the damn chip in there when I bought the car? But now, because of that, we're also doing giveaways for dash cams all the time. So we actually
because the dash cam tremendously helps your case. I'm sure that you've had a lot of help with that.
It does, because it really clears things up. Because I would say there's three sides to the story, right?
Sure.
Your
side, my side, and the truth.
And the truth, exactly, right? So we want to make sure that that's clear. So I mean, is it okay if we give away dash cams?
We can do it on y'all's direct line, because that way it's easier for you guys to control how you're going to get that.
How many dash cams do you have?
Well, we have they're always coming in, so we can do and these are really nice dash cams. They're like the expensive ones, and when we
somebody's
give them away,
asking you to recommend a kind of dash cam because they're shopping for one. They don't know what to get for holidays.
Well, they should call us instead, and we can they can win it, and then we'll do the install and all that, and so it's all included.
Okay, so that number is 713
all 8. So call 713 all 8 713-888-8888, and maybe say Ramji dash cam on the Roula and Ryan show.
Yeah. You're calling it the Ramji dash cam on the Roula and Ryan show, and that's how they're going to take your call for that.
So call 713 all 8s, and I guess the first 3 callers will give those away.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sweet. That's sweet of you.
Awesome, yeah.
Okay, so dash cams definitely is something we should invest in for our cars if they don't already come with one. And we have to actually double down on our dealers to know, when you buy a new car, does this have a dash cam? How can I access the video?
Oh, yeah, it's so critical. And people don't do it then. They're like, I'll do it later. No, man, take the time, do it then, figure out how to use it, because those things can really save you.
I don't know why they don't... like insurance companies force people to have these things, or give you a discount if you
get one
in your car, or why doesn't other dealerships already have these? The cars already have these built in. If we have the reverse camera, which obviously doesn't record, but if they have that, the dash cam, everyone should have a dash cam.
And they
because think about it, when you're buying a new car, there are so many echelon levels of how the luxury of that car. It doesn't matter the make or model. Every car has a base model and a top notch.
Right.
So, and they always upsell you, do you want this kind of seat or do you want this kind of music?
Right.
Then maybe the upsell could be the dash cams.
Yeah, the dash cams should be standard, really.
Yeah, it really should be, because I think it would be so helpful.
2024. Do you want a seatbelt or not?
I know. Right.
Well, thank you, Adam. I really appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure. Yeah, give us a call, 713 all 8's always here for you guys. Thank you so much, and
now we learned.
And a happy early Thanksgiving to all of you guys.
Yeah. And we'll have to reset again how you could get sued for not controlling the alcohol at your holiday party. Just be careful and don't let people stumble out drunk. It comes back on your homeowner's insurance.
Absolutely.
That's what it does. Thanks a lot.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Time for the Roula and Ryan show on KRBE to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
How about some good news? Homicides declined in Houston, Texas, and nationwide in this past year, 2024. Houston had a 13% decrease in homicides. And nationwide, the number of homicides declined from 6,003 the previous year all the way down to 4,934. I mean, it's still too many. One is too many, but it's nice to see that there has been a decline. Kevin, you love taking Spirit Airlines. They said that they filed for bankruptcy protection. They're going to attempt to reboot as they struggle to recover from the pandemic-caused swoon in travel.
I don't know if he loves it. He's more of a Southwest girl.
I am, but Spirit had a really great deal to Fort Lauderdale over Thanksgiving, so we are flying Spirit this coming weekend. And so I was really scared. I looked it up, but it says that I don't have to worry about my flights right now.
Yeah, they plan to cut their October through December schedule by nearly 20%.
Yes, well, Cross your fingers. I might be taking a train to Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, Lord. We'll see you in 3 weeks.
You're going to take a boat, a cruise ship to get to that ship.
To get to that one.
We'll see you in 3 weeks.
That's what's going down in H-Town.
Oh, gosh, I'm so upset about that.
Good luck.
You can Polar Express be a little faster than that. Okay, Roula and Giant Roses. What happened today with Jackie as she caught up with us after the Thursday catfish I did on her man William? Not just her boyfriend, but also she's his caregiver. You'll get the recap and the update next on the Roula and Ryan Show.